Okay, here we go. My name is Sydney Parkhurst, and I am a transracial adoptee. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sydney Parkhurst. This is going to be my first video with me sitting and talking to you, which is going to be kind of weird for me because I'm not that used to it, but I thought I'd come on here and tell you a little bit about my story, who I am, and why I have this YouTube channel. So my name's Sydney. As I already mentioned before, I am a transracial adoptee, and if you don't know what that is, it is basically when parents of one race adopt a child of another race. So I was adopted when I was about a month old in Rome, Georgia, not the country, the state, and I was adopted by my two white parents, and 2 years later my younger sister, who is non-biological, was born, and we moved out to Barrington, Rhode Island, which is very non-diverse. It is 94.7% white, which is kind of crazy. Little did my parents know they were raising a child who was half black. I didn't even know myself until I was a senior in high school and decided to take a DNA test. So after taking this DNA test, I found out that I was 42% sub-Saharan African and 55% European or white. And from there, I kind of put that information in the back of my pocket and didn't really think about it until recently. I am now 21. I'm now going to be a senior in college. And at the beginning of COVID, April 2020, I received a DM from a girl saying that she was my half-sister through the DNA test that I took, 23andMe. She was able to tell me a lot more about my birth family that I had literally never dreamed that I would ever get. And from there, I kind of began my journey of finding my identity. Growing up in this white town, I didn't really fit in with anyone. I had parents who were white, my sister's also white, so it was a struggle for me to do my hair. I would be always self-conscious about looking like everyone else. I would chemically straighten my hair, do things that weren't good for it in order to try and look like everyone else in my community. And growing up, I wasn't very okay with how I looked. I ended up, again, I talk about hair, I ended up cutting off all my hair in an attempt to have nothing to do with it. I always knew that I was darker than everyone else, my skin color. I remember being in elementary class and we were learning about slavery, and I'd be so paranoid that people were behind me staring at me thinking that I was black and my ancestors were black, and at the time I didn't even know that I was black. So things like that happened to me when I was younger, up until pretty much this past year or two, when I started to find out about my birth family and that I was half black and kind of started embracing it. I went to a hairdresser who finally knew how to do curly hair and knew how to help me with my constant struggle that I've been living with for pretty much my whole life. And from there, I ended up transferring schools from a military college to University of Tampa. I know, two completely different places. And at the University of Tampa, my first semester, I took a writing class. And this writing class, you had to write a research essay throughout the whole semester. And I decided to write it on adoption because I was like, I was adopted, I know enough about adoption, I'm pretty sure I can write about this. This will be easy, right? Well, it turns out that I was wrong. I found the words transracial adoption, which caught me way off guard. They were words that I had never known before, but once I read the definition, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I am. Why hadn't I known that there was a word to that? And so I started researching transracial adoption, found out there's a whole community out there of other adoptees who have gone through things similar to me, and started to get obsessed with researching and kind of talking to other adoptees in this community and talking about my struggles and their struggles. And I eventually finished the essay, turned it in, and my professor asked me to apply for a research grant. And this is where I am today. This summer, I am working with my professor, who's my mentor, and she is helping me write a autoethnography, which is basically a research essay mixed in with personal experiences, which I will later submit to a scholarly journal. And then I am also creating this YouTube channel, and I also have a website that I created. So this YouTube channel, I am very excited because I get to interview other adoptees like me. We talk about their stories, talk about some topic issues that are going on in the adoptee world that we think need to be addressed. And I'm super excited to talk to a bunch of these adoptees because everyone has their own unique story that I'm so excited to explore. And also I think that it's important for parents who are thinking about adopting, or even parents who have adopted and are wondering how their transracial adoptee or adoptee in general is feeling. So some of these thoughts and feelings I have in my blog that I have on my website. And these are kind of almost guides to parents to help their adoptee through whatever they're going through, because my experiences will hopefully help other transracial adoptees and help them see that they're not alone, and also help the parent kind of know what their adoptee is going through in ways that they can lessen the risk of feeling alone or have an identity crisis that a lot of us adoptees have at some point in their lives. So I'm so excited to start this YouTube channel. I have been putting this video off for a while because I hate talking in front of the camera by myself, but I have finally done it, and I'm excited for you all to see it. I have my first video with one of my best friends, Aaliyah Bernacci, who's also a transracial adoptee. That'll be up super soon. I hope that you guys can all see it. And I hope that you all have an amazing day. I hope that this channel will inspire parents to do their research for adoptees specifically, and also let other adoptees know that they're not alone, because I felt alone once until I found this amazing community of other adoptees, and I hope that you can do the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you subscribe, and I will see you later. Thank you.